Hello and thank you for joining. Today we'll be going over JCPenney. JCPenney was founded in 1902 by James Cash Penney. Their mission statement is the golden rule: treat people how you would want to be treated. They identify as a department store company which carries a large selection of apparel, jewelry, beauty merchandise, and other nationally recognized brands. In recent news, JCPenney recently emerged from a Chapter 11 bankruptcy in late 2020. Each year, Fortune magazine publishes a most admired list of the companies in the United States. Firms are rated on 8 dimensions: innovativeness, quality of management, long-term investment value, social responsibility to the community and the environment, people management, quality of product and services, financial soundness, and wise use of corporate assets. If the organization is international, a 9th dimension is introduced: effectiveness in doing business globally. Innovation is what JCPenney is suffering from, as are many other brick and mortar retail stores. Amazon and others are disrupting the retail industry. Even though brick and mortar stores account for 90% of sales, Amazon continues to grow, and they use AI to gain an upper hand. Digital platforms such as Rakuten, eBay, and Amazon are limiting their in-store inventory, while the brick and mortar stores aren't. Also, customers are being recommended items and making the decision-making process easy. Ramifications and consequences. Bankruptcy happened once and it can happen again. Bankruptcy is a big force in the retail industry. They emerged from bankruptcy in December of 2020, and they are now owned by Simon Properties Group and Brookfield Asset Management. From the year 2012 to 2017, the company only had one fiscal year where they recorded an annual profit. Even in the profit year in 2017, the sales were down $5 billion from where they were in 2012. Continuing at this pace, JCPenney will continue to close more stores and lose more employees due to the closures. By March of 2021, JCPenney will have closed 242 total stores nationwide. Last, the competition is a changing element, and many competitors are created overnight on the internet. JCPenney, as their finances state, do not have a large amount of the market, and with more competitors being created, they will continue to lose more of that market share. Organizational structure, design, and culture. JCPenney resembles a mechanistic organizational structure. A mechanistic structure is a bureaucracy with centralized power and a hierarchy of power as well. This type of structure has formal rules that the company and its employees abide by. JCPenney's SEC filings show that their structure resembles a mechanistic organizational structure. They have a code of ethics and corporate governance, which is something organic structures do not have. Continuing with the SEC filings, JCPenney is focused on a result-minded culture. The worry has become the bottom line and not who they are. The size of the company dictates why the structure is the way it is. However, the focus of the company is not about reinventing who they are or working on their culture. A demonstration of a struggling culture is leadership and turnover. There have been 3 CMOs over a 4-year period and 5 CEOs since 2004. They're missing the mark and missing an opportunity to build a conscious culture. Conscious companies have shown to outperform competitors at a 9-to-1 ratio. Conscious culture. The 4 tenets of conscious capitalism are higher purpose, stakeholder integration, conscious leadership, and a conscious culture. JCPenney is going in the wrong direction and does not resemble either one of these tenets. Having a higher purpose means that the company formulates a strategy for its very existence. The reason for its existence should not take a backseat to shareholder value and maximizing profit. The results-driven culture that JCPenney is trying to implement suggests that they do not have a higher purpose. Stakeholder integration means that suppliers customers, team members, and shareholders are valued and cared for. At the minimum, 3 of these stakeholders are not being valued. The customer is not being offered innovative products or solutions. Team members are being let go at a rapid pace with the 242 stores closing, and leadership is constantly changing. Last, shareholders are not being valued because with every change in upper management, the goal is to have a quick turnaround as opposed to a long-term gain. Moving to conscious leadership, it is difficult to implement leadership strategies with constant turnover at the top. A conscious culture is about building trust, caring for others, being transparent, and being egalitarian. Those aspects of conscious culture are being missed because the focus is financially driven first. Improvement. The improvement plan is to use Kotter's 8-step process to leading change to help flip this organization around. It starts with creating a sense of urgency. Others should see the need to change and the importance to act quickly. Second, building a coalition of effective people to guide the change. Third, form a strategic vision and state how each vision will become a reality through initiatives. A vision with a how is important. Fourth, a large group or community must rally with the need for change, and this is where enlisting a volunteer army comes into play. Fifth, enabling action by removing barriers such as processes and hierarchy that are inefficient for change need to occur. Sixth, recognize the wins regardless of how big or small the win. This needs to be done often to keep volunteers energized and persistent. Seventh, one must sustain acceleration by being relentless with initiating the desired change, and this can be done after the first round of successes. Last, institute change means sticking with the new habits and ditching the old habits. Challenges. When change is implemented or introduced, resistance to that change will likely follow. The resistors of change are either organizational or individual based. Some of these expected challenges are overdetermination, narrow focus of change, threatened power, threatened expertise, habits, security, and fear of the unknown. Continuing with challenges and how we're going to manage these challenges. With the potential challenges of change, there needs to be a plan on how to deal with resistance of change. First, with a holistic view in mind, leadership will anticipate the effects of change may have on people and culture. Second, starting small is important so that the change isn't overwhelming. Starting small means beginning with the team or department and show them the benefits of change. Third, top management support will be necessary in case employees begin to push back. Fourth, participation must be encouraged to minimize resistance. Fifth, fostering open communication will allow people to voice their concerns and give necessary feedback to how the change is affecting them and the group. Last, reward those who contribute. This will allow individuals to see some type of reward and influence the rest of the group to follow. Lessons learned. People, technology, information processes, and competition are enormous drivers in change. Because change is complex, it needs to have a purpose, a plan for implementation, and a buy-in from the people within the organization. Structure matters, and the type of structure can make it easy or difficult for change. In this case, because it is a mechanistic structure, change is slower than that of an organic structure. In a world where corporations are driven by the bottom line, people are often forgotten. The workplace can be a place of healing for those within the company and those engaged with the company. That starts by caring for the people and caring for how they develop as humans. A conscious approach in the business world can be an incredibly beneficial and big driver in creating a strong and positive culture.